Tate here just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Popped 3 blues? Drugs? I don't know. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every assertion protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly re-reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back to it tomorrow. Alligators. Yeah, some kind of drug. Or sleeping pill. I don't know. Which would technically be a drug, I suppose. Whatever. Is this Sobek talking to Travis? No, it's from Samina. She's the one in charge of Apollo. From Samina to Travis Tate, CC Sobek. I assume that means she was included in the thing. Archive abuse. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submission numbers. Your 666th submission in just 5 days, and oh, what a doozy. Of course, it had to be the 666th. Despite earlier warnings, inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me, then, to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experience not just 1, but all 16, installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasoloni material has already been preserved, extreme perhaps, but art. 2, for clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Porter's famous utterance, I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save after all. Or the rest of us do anyway. Dr. Samina. Oh, Travis. What a douche. Let's go.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Am I... We're almost there.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of Cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Sounds like a lot of work to do. Let's get to it, though. Start reading. We got, like, at least 3 data points. From Patrick to Sobek. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. They're a revelation. Astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith and Trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of FC's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. PBK. All right, that's good. We got one way over there. Can I get it from here? Sure enough.
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
That must be what Aloy came from, using Elizabeth Sobek's DNA. From Patrick to Sobek, Cradle, Servitor, Personae. Development of the artificial personae for Cradle servitors, nurturer, disciplinarian, healer, continues at a good pace. We are targeting turning 0.4 for these Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proven to be a greater software challenge than expected, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer personae. I can't talk. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the motherhood personae intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior, a parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings in just data corrupted. All right, we still got one more here, and I think this is the last one. From Patrick to Elizabeth, Cradle sealed. Eulethia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good for our maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is a margin for refinement in future Cradle populations. Donk, in addition to personally overseeing completion of the Eulethia 02 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. PBK. I feel like I'm saying peanut butter and jelly every time I say his name at the end. Grab all that. We are loaded, by the way, on money. All right, what's in here? I've already almost been going...
Facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Let's do it then. But I forgot what I was going to say because she interrupted me. Oh, I've already been recording like half an hour. This is the longest main mission so far, definitely. It's longer than I thought it would be. Is there anything over here? There's a crate. Is this all? I was hoping for another data point or something. Doesn't look like it. All right. Let's get in here then and see what's happening. What's through here? Can I fit through this? No. I can't move. I'm stuck. There we go. All right. Guess we're going up. Where am I going from here? Oh, to the left. I see it. Okay. Hopefully with no nasty surprises awaiting us. Also, make more of these. There we go. So far, so good. Anything over here? Gotta check every corner, man. You never know. All right, we're in here now. Got some data points to go through.
Us would benefit from antilopinate morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence. And yet, I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience
something. Some component that got removed.
that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Gaia was such an advanced AI, it started to become like an actual person. It started to feel sadness that wasn't programmed to be there.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
All right. Can I open this? Pry open the door? Is this just a shortcut now? Oh no, it's another room. Glad I came in here. Oh, this is where I was supposed to go. Wait a minute. Not yet. Not gonna examine that terminal. Gotta go over here and look for other data points. Absolutely. Leave no stone unturned. I want them all. Yep, I knew it. I knew it.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Okay, then. So they had to put in a kill switch to turn off Gaia entirely. A failsafe. Interesting. Is that the way I came in from? I don't think it is. I think that's the way I'm going to leave, so I'm going to go over here to where the game wants me to go now. First, get this data point. It's text. Joy. From Sobek to all alphas, Odyssey has failed. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zerodon is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. I guess that's a good way to motivate them. Like, that's the only shot you got left. Try and get rid of all these exclamation marks because I don't like them. We've almost gotten all of the hologram data points in the game and all of the audio data points. I'm sure there are going to be a few missing by the time I finish. Definitely the text data points in the world, like, I'm not even going to get 90, or I'm not even going to get, like, 10% of these. 90% are going to be missing. Scanned glyphs. Oh, okay. Yeah, those I'm not super focused on getting. The collectibles I want. Those, eh. If I get them, great. If I don't, oh well. Wait a minute. Give me that. Thank you. All right, what we got? What is this? Or do I need to like examine it instead of, yeah, access, okay.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah, no signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Baby. Baby who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Uh-oh.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
This is bad. That's the guy that we learned about when we went and crashed the system, Helis. Uh-oh.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
You're an idiot. A dangerous idiot, but an idiot. All this talk of destiny and fate. I'm sure Hades speaks the same language, doesn't he? You're being played for a fool. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then open this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
The Nora have no part to play in this. Leave them alone.
Soon, they'll have no part to play in anything. That much is sure. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.